The man unzipped his pants, about to relieve himself into the sea, when suddenly the sail behind him swung unexpectedly, hitting him squarely. Fortunately, he reacted quickly, grabbing the railing with both hands. The sailboat was moving at a brisk pace, and the slightest misstep could send him tumbling into the ocean. In this critical moment, he twisted his body, managing to hook his right foot onto the deck, finally finding a stable foothold. It was a close call, but he was safe. Still desperate to relieve himself, he headed back into the cabin to take care of business. However, as soon as he finished and tried to leave, the door suddenly locked itself. No matter how he twisted the handle, the door wouldn't budge. He was puzzled. He was certain he hadn't locked it. Why wouldn't it open now? He opened a storage cabinet, hoping to find a tool to help, but instead, he discovered 4 bloody claw marks inside. Terrified, he grabbed a pair of scissors nearby and tried to pry the door lock open. Just then, the radio crackled to life. A voice warned him that a cargo ship was approaching, and he needed to change course immediately to avoid a collision. Panicking, he looked out the window and saw the massive ship looming nearby. He frantically tried to force the door open, but the lock held firm. With the collision imminent, he threw his body against the door repeatedly, but it was no use. Desperate, he stuck his arm out the window, waving and shouting for help, but the crew on the cargo ship didn't notice him. Thinking quickly, he grabbed a rope from outside, tied a tight knot, and threw it into the water. However, in his haste, the rope tangled around him, nearly strangling him. He struggled to free himself, managing to escape the entanglement. Then, using a pole, he hooked the rope that secured the sail and pulled with all his might. Slowly but surely, he managed to lower the sail, but just as he thought he had averted disaster, seawater began flooding into the cabin. He rushed back to the door, trying again to break it open, but it was as if the door had been welded shut. No matter how hard he tried, it refused to budge.